It sounds like something out of a science fiction novel, but tech companies are competing over developing quantum computers.
Practical uses. This is still in the future. This is still a technology that's going to come to the fore, maybe five. It can help scientists build new materials for building all sorts of things, to accelerate drug discovery and accelerate the discovery of new materials. It is very much a race akin to the AI race. This is something that China has taken seriously for years.
The world just changed overnight, and nobody's talking about it. While you were sleeping, 15 groundbreaking technologies quietly crossed the line from science fiction into your daily reality. These aren't distant promises or lab experiments anymore. They're reshaping how you'll live, work, and think starting right now. Let's start with something happening in your pocket at this very moment. Your smartphone just got a brain upgrade, and it didn't even need the internet to do it. Edge AI combined with 5G expansion is fundamentally rewiring how technology works around you. Instead of your phone constantly begging cloud servers for answers, it's now thinking for itself. When Qualcomm and Honor unveiled their dual-engine AI systems at this year's Snapdragon Summit, they weren't just showing off faster processors. They were demonstrating a complete shift in how intelligence flows through our devices. Your car, your home security system, even industrial sensors are all getting their own built-in genius. And here's the kicker. With 5G nearly blanketing the entire United States and South Korea already testing 6G pilots, this local intelligence is spreading faster than anyone predicted. Your privacy just got a massive upgrade too, since your data doesn't need to leave your device to get processed. But while your devices are getting smarter, something even more remarkable is happening in warehouses and hospitals across the globe. Robots have officially clocked in for their first real jobs. We're not talking about those viral back-flipping machines anymore. These are collaborative robots, or cobots, working shoulder to shoulder with humans. Amazon's fulfillment centers now run like clockwork, with robotic systems fetching and sorting packages while humans handle the complex decisions. Boston Dynamics machines are crawling through dangerous industrial sites, checking for safety hazards that would risk human lives. McKinsey's latest analysis crowned 2025 as the breakthrough year when autonomous systems stopped being experiments and started being employees. Japanese construction sites are deploying robotic assistants to combat severe labor shortages, while hospitals are testing automated supply runners that navigate corridors and elevators on their own. The robot revolution arrived, but instead of replacing us, they're doing the boring stuff so we can focus on what matters. Speaking of focusing on what matters, remember those chunky VR headsets everyone said would change the world? Well, they finally did, just not how anyone expected. The spatial computing revolution of 2025 isn't about gaming, it's about completely reimagining how we learn, shop, and save lives. Universities across America have transformed entire wings into extended reality labs where architecture students design buildings they can walk through before laying a single brick. Engineering programs use 4K per eye virtual environments to teach concepts that would be impossible to demonstrate in a traditional classroom. IKEA's latest shopping experience lets furniture materialize in your actual living room through AR before you spend a dime. But the real game changer is happening in operating rooms, where surgeons practice life-threatening procedures in virtual reality, perfecting techniques that are too dangerous to learn on real patients. This isn't entertainment masquerading as innovation. It's technology solving real problems. While virtual worlds are expanding, the real world is getting a power upgrade from an unexpected source. Nuclear energy, the technology everyone wrote off, is staging the comeback nobody saw coming. But forget those massive, decade-long construction projects. 2025's nuclear renaissance is all about thinking small. Small modular reactors are popping up in pilot programs across the UK and Canada, promising safer, cheaper, and faster-to-build power solutions. The International Atomic Energy Agency reports dozens of new designs flooding through approval pipelines. These aren't your grandfather's nuclear plants. They're compact, efficient, and designed to plug directly into existing power grids. As the world races toward net zero emissions, the most controversial energy source of the 20th century is becoming the practical solution of the 21st. But perhaps the most mind-bending breakthrough is happening at the molecular level. Scientists just created materials that shouldn't exist according to conventional physics. Mechanically interlocked 2D materials sound like something from a superhero movie, but they're very real and very revolutionary. Picture materials thinner than paper but stronger than steel, with over 100 trillion microscopic interlocks per square centimeter. These aren't just laboratory curiosities, they're the building blocks for bendable smartphones that won't break, wearable electronics that move like fabric, and aerospace components that weigh almost nothing. March 2025 marked the moment materials science took a leap that will quietly power innovations for the next decade. Of course, all this technology needs power, and waiting hours for a charge is becoming as outdated as dial-up internet. Companies like Nyobolt have cracked the code on ultra-fast charging, demonstrating electric car batteries that reach 80% capacity in under 5 minutes. That's literally faster than ordering coffee. These aren't incremental improvements. They're complete reimaginings of how batteries work, using new anode materials and thermal management systems that prevent overheating even under extreme charging speeds. Pilot plants opening across the UK this year aren't just manufacturing batteries, they're manufacturing the end of charging anxiety. Soon, topping up your car, laptop, or drone will take less time than washing your hands. While batteries charge faster, our food system is undergoing its own rapid transformation. Synthetic food and cultivated meat scaled from laboratory curiosities to commercial realities in 2025. Singapore and the United States expanded approvals for lab-grown meat, with multiple companies announcing commercial-scale production facilities. But this goes beyond just growing chicken in a petri dish. Precision fermentation is creating dairy, eggs, and fats that are molecularly identical to traditional products but require a fraction of the land, water, and emissions. This isn't about replacing farmers. It's about building a food system that can feed 10 billion people without destroying the planet. The year 2025 marked when food science stopped being an experiment and started being a supply chain. Meanwhile, in the quantum realm, scientists just solved the problem that's plagued quantum computers since their inception: errors. Quantum systems are notoriously noisy, with calculations constantly corrupted by environmental interference. But Canadian researchers published breakthrough error correction techniques that dramatically stabilize these temperamental machines without requiring impossible amounts of quantum bits. HSBC's announcement that they're using quantum models for financial forecasting isn't just corporate buzzword bingo. It's proof that quantum computing is graduating from theoretical physics to practical business. We're not buying quantum laptops yet, but the technology just crossed the threshold from maybe someday to coming soon. The AI revolution took another leap forward, but not in the direction anyone expected. While everyone was obsessed with chatbots, 2025 became the year of AI agents, systems that don't just answer questions, but actually complete complex tasks from start to finish. These digital workers are booking travel, analyzing massive data sets, debugging code, and managing supply chains with minimal human oversight. Cognition Labs pushed boundaries with autonomous engineers that can build and ship entire applications independently. McKinsey and Deloitte both identified AI agents as the defining trend of 2025, and for good reason. They're not just tools anymore, they're teammates. Smart glasses finally delivered on a decade of broken promises. Meta's new Ray-Ban display glasses brought augmented reality overlays into everyday life, showing navigation arrows floating in your field of view or translation captions during conversations. But the real breakthrough came from researchers who developed ego-trigger technology using audio cues to activate vision capture only when needed, solving the battery life problem that killed previous attempts. Smart glasses in 2025 aren't the clunky gadgets of the past. They're all-day wearables that enhance reality without getting in the way. The medical world received unexpected hope from an unlikely source. GLP-1 drugs, famous for treating diabetes and obesity, are showing remarkable promise against humanity's most frustrating enemies: Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Clinical trials launching in 2025 are testing whether these well-understood medications can slow or even reverse neurodegenerative conditions that have stumped researchers for decades. Neurologists are cautiously optimistic, and for millions of families affected by these diseases, that optimism represents the first real hope in years. As AI-generated content floods the internet, a crucial innovation emerged to restore trust in digital media. Generative watermarking embeds invisible signatures into AI-created text, images, and videos, allowing anyone to verify their origin. Governments and tech giants are racing to implement these systems as the World Economic Forum declares it essential for combating misinformation. While 2023 was about creating AI content, 2025 is about making sure we can trust it. Biology itself is becoming programmable with engineered living therapeutics. Scientists are creating bacteria and cells that act like microscopic doctors inside your body, detecting diseases, releasing targeted treatments, and adapting to changing conditions in real time. Clinical programs are exploring applications in gut health, cancer treatment, and rare genetic disorders. The World Economic Forum named this as a defining breakthrough because it represents medicine that doesn't just treat symptoms, it thinks and responds like a living system. Renewable energy found a new source where rivers meet the sea. Osmotic power systems harness the energy created when fresh water meets salt water, turning river mouths into power plants. European and Asian pilot projects launching this year prove the concept works at scale. Coastal cities could soon power themselves using nothing but the natural flow of water, adding another weapon to humanity's clean energy arsenal. But the breakthrough that changes everything sits at number 1: structural battery composites. This technology transforms the very materials we build with into energy storage devices. The carbon fiber body of a car becomes its battery. The frame of a laptop stores its power. Drones fly longer because their wings hold charge. The World Economic Forum ranked this as 2025's most important emerging technology because it fundamentally reimagines how we design everything from vehicles to buildings. Researchers reported tenfold performance improvements this year, signaling a revolution in how we think about energy storage. These 15 breakthroughs aren't isolated innovations, they're interconnected pieces of a rapidly transforming world. Edge AI makes robots smarter, fast-charging batteries power AR glasses longer, quantum computers optimize synthetic food production. Each advancement amplifies the others, creating a cascade of change that's reshaping civilization faster than most people realize. That's it for today, folks. See you in the next video.